Drowning in debt, facing joblessness. How can you possibly feel wealthy, feel secure, feel abundant? Now, when your reality screams the opposite. Many tell you to just feel it real, but they fail to explain how when the pressures of lack are crushing you. Today, I will reveal the true secret, the practical way to genuinely feel your wish fulfilled, especially financial freedom, even when your bank account is empty and the bills are piling high. This isn't about pretending. It's about accessing the feeling that creates worlds, the feeling that is the secret to unlocking the abundance that already exists for you. I am Neville Goddard. My life's work has been dedicated to demonstrating one profound truth, your own wonderful human imagination. Your consciousness is the one and only cause of the phenomenon of life. And the key to wielding this power lies not just in thinking, but in feeling. As I have stated plainly, feeling is the secret. Yet I understand the immense challenge you face. How does one conjure the feeling of relief from debt when the phone rings with calls from creditors? How does one feel the security of employment when facing another day without work? It seems a paradox, an impossible task demanded precisely when it feels most out of reach. This is why so many fail. They are told to visualize, to affirm, but the feeling, the true creative substance, eludes them, drowned out by the anxieties of their current circumstances. They wait for the external world to change before allowing themselves to feel differently, not realizing they have the sequence reversed. In this teaching, we will move beyond platitudes. I will provide you with the practical understanding and actionable steps to cultivate the genuine feeling of your financial desire fulfilled, the feeling of security, of ease, of freedom. Now, regardless of what your senses report, we will explore how to bypass the contradictory evidence of your 3D world and anchor yourself in the feeling state that must, by the law of consciousness, objectify itself as your new financial reality. Now let us address the great paradox that confounds so many. Why is it that the very state you must assume, the feeling of abundance, of security, seems most elusive precisely when your need is greatest, when the wolf is at the door? How can you possibly feel the warmth and safety of the heart? The reason lies in the habit of the mind. Under stress, under the pressure of lack, the mind naturally gravitates towards the evidence of the senses. It becomes consumed by the problem, replaying scenarios of debt, of scarcity, of fear. You become hypnotized by the shadows on the wall, forgetting that you are the light casting them. Many fall into the trap of waiting. I will feel secure when I get the job. I will feel relief when the debt is paid. This is the backward way of thinking. You are waiting for the reflection in the mirror to smile first. It cannot. The reflection only mimics the source. My teaching is this: your external reality, your 3D world, is nothing more than a delayed reflection of your dominant inner state, your prevailing feeling. It is not the cause of your feeling. It is the effect. You do not feel wealthy because you possess money. You possess money because you have successfully assumed and maintained the feeling of wealth. So what does it truly mean to feel it real, especially when circumstances seem bleak? Let us clear away the misconception. It is not about forcing a superficial happiness or pretending your problems don't exist. That is mere denial, a flimsy shield against the storms of life. Feeling it real is about identifying and inhabiting the specific feeling state that implies your wish is already fulfilled. If your desire is financial freedom, what is the core feeling associated with that state for you? Is it the profound relief of knowing all bills are paid? Is it the quiet confidence of having more than enough? Is it the freedom to choose without constraint, the ease of living without financial worry, the security of knowing your future is provided for? Identify that specific dominant sensation. That is your target. Feeling it real means using your imagination not just to see pictures, but to evoke the physical and emotional sensation of already being the person who embodies that state. It is a subtle shift, often not a burst of ecstatic joy, but perhaps a quiet inner knowing, a sense of peace, a release of tension. How then do we cultivate this feeling when the evidence of our senses contradicts it so fiercely? Here are practical steps, tools you can use now. Step one, identify your core feeling. As we discussed, get specific. What is the dominant sensation of your financial wish fulfilled? Write it down. Is it relief, security, freedom, ease, joy? Step two, find your feeling anchors. Look around your current life, no matter how limited it seems. Find small, accessible things now that evoke a tiny fraction of that core feeling. Perhaps it's the relief you feel after paying even a small bill on time. Perhaps it's the ease of enjoying a simple cup of tea without interruption, or maybe it's the security of a locked door. At night, these small anchors remind your body what the desired feeling feels like, even in miniature. Acknowledge them, amplify them inwardly for a moment. Step three, the as if sensory exercise. This is crucial. Dedicate short moments, 1 or 2 minutes throughout your day to brief, intense, imaginative acts focused on sensory details that imply your wish is fulfilled. Don't just visualize money. Feel the imagined weight of a full wallet in your hand. Don't just see a bank statement. Feel the smooth paper, hear the rustle, see the large balance, and feel the relief wash over you. Imagine the sensation of easily purchasing something you desire, the smell of a new car, the feeling of comfortable new clothes. Make it sensory, make it brief but potent. Step four, revise your reaction. This requires vigilance. When lack appears, a bill arrives, a negative thought arises. Someone mentions your difficulties, allow the initial human reaction, but do not dwell there. Immediately afterwards, consciously revise the inner feeling. If a bill arrives, imagine stamping it paid in full and feel the relief of that act. If fear arises, mentally step into the feeling of security for just a moment. You are training your inner world to respond differently, to default to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Step five, saturate your inner world. The most potent times are just before sleep and upon waking. In these drowsy, receptive states, immerse yourself completely in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Use your chosen sensory scene from step three. Loop it, feel it deeply. Marinate in that sensation until you drift off to sleep or as you greet the new day. This impresses the subconscious most powerfully. I recall a time in my own life, struggling in New York, needing passage back to Barbados, but lacking the funds. I did not focus on the lack of money. Instead, I slept in Barbados in my imagination each night. I walked the familiar streets, felt the warm air, heard the sounds of my childhood home. I saturated myself with the feeling of being there. Within days, the means appeared unexpectedly through my brother Victor. Consider a man drowning in debt, jobless. He identifies his core feeling as relief and security. His feeling anchor might be the simple security he feels when his child holds his hand. His sensory exercise might be feeling the imagined weight of keys to a new office, hearing the imagined sound of a job offer over the phone, feeling the relief flood his body. When a rejection letter arrives, he revises by imagining a different letter offering him the perfect position, feeling the security of acceptance. Remember my fundamental teaching. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Persist in that assumption, and it will harden into fact. Do not concern yourself with the how or the when. The feeling state assumed and maintained contains within itself the power and the plan for its own unfoldment. Your job is to remain faithful to the feeling. So you see, the power is not external. It is not in the bank account, the job title, or the possession. The true creative power lies within you, in your ability to feel. Feeling is the secret, the language that speaks directly to the infinite power within. Do not let the shadows of your current reality hypnotize you any longer. Your present circumstances are merely echoes of past feeling, past assumption. You can begin to change them this very moment by choosing a new feeling. The feeling that implies your desire is already a fact. It matters not how dire the situation appears, whether facing mountains of debt or the uncertainty of unemployment, the law remains the same. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel the relief, the security, the freedom now within your own imagination. Persist in this feeling. Nurture it. Return to it again and again, especially in those quiet moments before sleep and upon waking. This is not wishful thinking. It is the conscious use of the creative power that forms worlds. You change your reality not by fighting the external shadows, but by changing the inner light, the feeling that casts them. I challenge you, starting tonight for the next 7 days, practice these steps. Identify your core feeling. Find your feeling anchors. Engage in brief, potent sensory exercises. Revise your reaction. Saturate your mind with the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Do this faithfully, and you will see movement. You will experience shift. The means will appear, often in ways you could not have conceived. If this teaching resonates with you, share your journey. Tell me, what is the core feeling you will begin cultivating today? What is one small feeling anchor you have identified? Your declaration reinforces your intention. My dear friend, remember this always. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue therein. For in that sustained assumption, you and your infinite being are merged in creative unity, and with your infinite being, all things are possible. Dare to assume you are what you desire to be, and you will compel its manifestation in your world. Now, let us go into the silence.